to Mysteries and Mimosas. My name is Max Sterling, and I am here with my lovely wife and your co-host, Aria.
Hi, everyone.
Well, hello there, Aria. Thanks for joining me on this lovely Mystery Monday episode. How you feeling about today?
I feel good about today.
I feel good about today, too.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good case that you have for us today.
Yeah, it's super short, which is, obviously the idea behind Mystery Monday. But before we get started, we have some exciting news. We just did a collaboration with Michael and Jeremy over at Michael and Jeremy's Steal Your Podcast. Phenomenal dudes, right?
Yeah, it was
They're
fun.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
More than funny, actually. They always have me laughing. I love listening to their podcast. If you haven't heard it, you gotta tune in and at least listen to one, give them a try, because you'll go back for more. So with that, we have a promo from Mike and Jeremy that I want to play right now. And ours should release. They stole our podcast, and I think they're going to release it in 3 weeks. Yeah, So 3 weeks from today, we will be on Michael and Jeremy's podcast. So here it comes. Roll the promo, Aria.
Why are you always making me climb in the smallest of places?
Well, this is the best way to get to the podcast that we need to steal this week.
It's always through
Like
the
we do
fence.
every week on Mondays.
Mondays, every Monday.
Religiously.
Sometimes I wish we could just walk through the door, but yeah. Every Monday on where do they find it?
On Spotify, Apple, anywhere that you can find podcasts. That's
Sorry,
where
dude,
we are.
I get so hot in these vents, I think they have the heater on.
Oh, Jeremy, don't move. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Michael and Jeremy Steal Your Podcast every Monday, wherever you get your podcasts and stuff.
We're going to take your podcast and we're going to do it
Better,
faster,
stronger,
hornier,
yes,
in an hour.
or more. Sometimes.
Well, there you have it, boys and girls. There is the super awesome promo. You kind of get the idea. They steal your podcast. They come in and they take it from you, and then they take it over, and it's going to be so much fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, they kind of put their own spin on it. I'm excited to see what they do.
I know. Yeah, we don't even know yet, but it was fun doing it with them, and so hopefully, I'm sure it's going to be good, right? I mean, it has to be.
Yeah, it'll be good.
I don't really see eye to eye with Jeremy, and that will kind of show in the end, though, on a certain thing. Mm-hmm. I feel very passionate about it, and I'll just preemptively say he's wrong. 100% he's wrong. And you'll see. But anyway, what do we have today? We have a case out of Alabama. So today's case is actually from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and it's about Brenda Kay Green. So in 1988, 15-year-old Brenda Kay Green lived at home with her parents, Larry and Betty Green. On the afternoon of July 2nd, 1988, Brenda left her Brookwood home with her friend, Wayne Dickey. So I don't know if it's a boyfriend or who, but his name is Wayne Dickey, and that's who she left with. According to Wayne, he dropped Brenda off at her friend's house on Highway 216, which is across from Hosmer's Grocery, just about 9 miles east of Brenda's Brookwood home. So later, Wayne told police when he dropped Brenda off at her friend's house near that Hosmer's Grocery, it's actually in a town called Abernant, Alabama, a lot of little suburbs right there of Tuscaloosa.
Okay.
Nobody was home, but still, he left Brenda right on the front steps waiting for her friends to return. So that's what he said.
She must have expected them to either be there or returning shortly then.
Either that or Wayne's lying to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So assuming that Wayne is telling the truth, he drops her off, which, she's 15. If, she's probably just waiting for her friends to come home. Nothing really abnormal, but kind of concerning if I were parents that she's waiting on the front porch on highway.
Yeah.
For sure. So anyway, later that night, you would think that's the last time that Brenda was seen or heard from, but at 9:30 p.m. that same night, Brenda's parents received a phone call from Brenda stating she was going to stay out a while longer.
I wish I knew what she said on that phone call. Was she at her friend's house when she called? Or?
I don't know. I don't know where she was. And see, that's the other thing is where, what was the phone number? Did the police have the call detail records to find out where she called from? Was it a payphone? Was it friends? Was it Wayne's phone? I don't know. But either way, everything seemed to be normal because she said she would return later. She's going to stay out a little bit longer, and that's at 9:30 at night.
Okay.
So I guess, if I put myself in Larry's shoes as dad, I probably would say, no, it's a little bit late. You're coming home.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what that was like, but apparently it didn't really seem too unordinary.
Okay.
So although Brenda's friends lived near Highway 216, police initially believed Brenda ran away from home. But they've since changed that. They now believe that Brenda left under suspicious circumstances. You see, Brenda has now been listed as missing and endangered.
And she's never been seen or heard from again?
Never been seen or heard from again, but according to Brenda's parents, it's their belief that police didn't initially take her disappearance seriously from the very beginning. Because police knew that Brenda had a history of running away, according to her parents, they didn't believe that she actually was, missing under nefarious circumstances, so to speak. They just chalked it up as, she's ran away before, she'll come back. That's according to her parents. Now, I don't know how many times she ran away, but according to Brenda's parents, she only ran away a couple times, and she only did it when she was angry with her parents. They said that it's uncharacteristic for Brenda to leave for any great length of time without checking in.
Okay.
And I think they probably know a lot better than the police.
Oh,
and
of course.
Remember, this was in the 90s, so this is completely different than...
Well, the 80s even.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was in the 80s. Yeah, thanks for keeping me on point. I don't always track, and my mind starts racing, and I start thinking of different things before I finish talking. So, yes, it was in the 80s. Good catch, Arya.
I got your back.
I know. Yeah, I got your front, so it's all good. Anyway, so this was in the 80s. Obviously, runaways and missing persons were, handled a little bit different than they are today. In today's society, most everywhere in the United States, those reports are taken very, very seriously. Unfortunately, and according to Brenda's parents, hers was not. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I mean, this is literally the only information that I found. Now, there are a bunch of Reddit posts with a bunch of web sleuths, which, God bless those people, they have a phenomenal amount of time to spend looking into things like this, and they grind. Mm-hmm. If you haven't watched, what was that documentary with the web sleuths that caught that guy up in Canada?
Was it
Don't Fuck with Cats.
Yeah.
That's a weird case.
That was crazy.
And it's all because of web sleuths.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe the web sleuths will solve Brenda's case. But anyway, we don't want to put a speculation out there. This is the bare bones, basic information that we have about Brenda's disappearance, and it's very unfortunate. And the unfortunate thing about this case, like many others, is the parents don't have that. Oh, what's it called? My brain is not working. The parents don't have closure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know where their daughter's at. They don't know if she's alive, if she's okay. They have no idea. And I 1988, so that's what, over 30 years ago, and they're just left with no answers.
Yeah, super unfortunate, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's really sad. And who knows what happened with Wayne, too? I mean, where did he go after this? That's what I'd like to know, too. Is he still alive? I mean, you have to be suspicious as law enforcement to, kind of look at the last person that saw this person alive and well. And according to, everything that I can see, it's Wayne. Mm-hmm. I'm not blaming him for anything. Obviously, Brenda called her, parents later that night and said she's okay, I'm guessing, or alluded to it, saying that I'll be home in a while. Everything seemed on the up and up, but I still can't help but, if I was a detective on the case, I'd be really looking into what's going on with Wayne. Maybe he is legit. Probably had an alibi, something like that, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting that she just vanished.
Yeah, it's interesting she just vanished. And so if you have any information about Brenda Kay Green, what can we do?
Well, before we get to that point, I just want to give everyone listening a description of Brenda as well.
Well, that's important.
Yeah. So Brenda's described as a white female. Her date of birth is November 7th of 1972.
Oh, is she a Scorpio? She is a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio.
Yes. So she was 15 years old at the time of her disappearance. She would be 51 years old now. She's described as 5 feet 2 inches tall and 106 pounds. She was last seen wearing a white tank top, blue jeans that were signed with a marker, and white sneakers. She has brown hair and brown eyes. Brenda may dye her hair blonde. She does have a scar on her left eyebrow, and her ears are pierced.
Wait, so hold on. How old would she be today?
51.
This just blows my mind. When you see these cold cases from the 80s, or even older, or, 90s, these parents, if they get Brenda back, they're probably still expecting a teenager, right?
Right.
Like, it's just so bizarre. And nope, this is a grown woman now.
Yeah, it's crazy. We actually are going to put a photo on our website. It's an age progression photo of what Brenda might look like from 2006. So she would have been 34 years old at the time. So that was the last age progression photo that was done.
So did they do any other age progression photos? So 36 years old, anything before that? Just sometimes they do other ones.
Yeah, I don't see one.
No? Okay. 36 years old, and she would be in her 50s today.
Yeah.
So probably pretty similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well...
And, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. This is just as much your podcast as it is mine, so feel free to be rude and interrupt me.
Oh, I was just going to say, if you do have any information at all about Brenda's disappearance, you can contact the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office at 205-752-0616.
Perfect. Well, thank you for that information, Arya. What else can you tell us about your weekend?
About my weekend?
Mm-hmm.
I literally went grocery shopping and did homework.
I'm so disappointed in you. We have big news, sad, tragic news. Our bulldog had emergency surgery this weekend.
Yeah. I didn't know you wanted to talk about it.
Oh, well, I just, would appreciate all the kind wishes, thoughts, and prayers for our bulldog. She's doing good.
She is.
She had to have emergency surgery. Very unfortunate, but we're thankful little Fiona made it.
Yes, I was so scared for her.
Yeah, poor little baby. Anyway, enough of the sad news. We should be joyous that she is alive and eating popcorn. That's her favorite treat, in case you wanted to know. Sorry, proud dog dad. All right. What can you do? Give us some direction. What do we got going on here? You got something for us? It looks like you want to say something.
No, I don't. I'm good.
I'm just trying to wake you up, dude. You're like all like over there.
I'm tired.
Well,
I'm always tired. I feel like I go.
You do. Full-time mom, full-time student, full-time job.
Yeah.
1/8 of the time podcast. Mm-hmm. I'm kidding. Full-time podcast.
Not really.
No, you do just as much as I do.
I try.
Maybe not as much, but you do a pretty good job. So, all right, enough of that. This episode is done, son.
Cheers.
Don't shake your head.
Well,
I wasn't ready for you to say cheers.
I can't say anything about it anymore. I mean, what do you want me to say?
I don't know. I give
All
up.
I can do is shake my head.
Yeah, I guess. Of all people, I thought you would support me in my lingo. It's cool, man. It's hip, I'm telling you. But whatever.
It's not.
Go ahead, just wrap it up. Wrap it up the lame way. Go ahead.
Cheers.
Just kidding. Cheers.